Moved to California many years ago to pursue acting, and I've only made a couple of movies in the entire time that I was there.
You experience a lot of death, a lot of suffering, a lot of loss, and all of those things, I'm able to deal with those because I get great comfort from my faith.
What do you think happens when we die, Keanu Reeves?
I know that the ones who love us will miss us. Well, it's the end of the universe. It's the end of time and space continuum.
So
it's all over.
You're facing your own mortality and the mortality of all existence.
Yeah.
Why does Mark Wahlberg believe Keanu Reeves must be saved from Hollywood?
To open people's eyes. We've all struggled with the whys of the world. We're all dealing with the inevitable, which is mortality.
Hollywood's dark secrets have been whispered about for years, but now Mark Wahlberg is sounding the alarm for Keanu Reeves. Wahlberg's chilling revelations suggest that Keanu's life may be at serious risk, and the time to act is now. But the question is, why Keanu? Why is the Matrix star at the center of this alarming revelation?
I mean, in general, you want to lead a private life.
You don't want to socialize, Mr.
Wahlberg himself escaped the toxic grip of Hollywood, and his decision to leave wasn't just for personal reasons. It was to protect himself and his loved ones. But now he's sending a message loud and clear.
Well, it's the end of the universe. It's the end of time and space continuum.
So
it's all over.
So what exactly does Wahlberg know? A while back, Mark Wahlberg revealed his plans to create a Hollywood 2.0, and it sent shockwaves through Tinseltown. With his signature charisma and passion for making a difference, Wahlberg possibly aims to usher in an era of positivity, free from the shady dealings and unscrupulous practices that have tainted the industry for far too long. As the 51-year-old heartthrob waved goodbye to the chaos of Los Angeles, he embraced the promise of a fresh start in the tax-friendly haven of Nevada. Wahlberg, like many others, has apparently grown weary of California's issues with homelessness, and excessive wokeness.
Moved to California many years ago to pursue acting, and I've only made a couple of movies in the entire time that I was there.
By seeking refuge in Nevada, he's not only giving his own family a better life, but also laying the foundation for a Hollywood that stands for something greater.
To be able to give my kids a better life and follow and pursue their dreams, whether it be my daughter as an equestrian, my son as a basketball player, my youngest son as a golfer, this made a lot more sense for us.
Wahlberg's quest to build a new cinematic empire in Sin City is fueled by a desire to create opportunities for aspiring talent and provide a haven for creatives to thrive. With a heart of gold and a vision for a cleaner, kinder entertainment industry, he passionately lobbied Nevada lawmakers to pass a bill that would bolster tax credits for film production. Imagine a Hollywood where good virtues and integrity take center stage, and everyone is given a chance to shine without the burden of unethical practices. But it doesn't end there. Wahlberg's ambitious plans to create 10,000 jobs in the studio alone could be the cornerstone of a Hollywood 2.0 that values hard work, dedication, and talent above all else. The average salary of $100,000 more than the norm is a testament to his commitment to ensuring that everyone involved in the creative process is treated with the respect and fairness they deserve. In his pursuit of creating a clean and good version of Hollywood, Wahlberg isn't just content with making blockbuster movies. No, he envisions a holistic approach, training both aspiring actors and filmmakers to become the next generation of storytellers. His investments in strategic locations, along with plans for an $8 million training facility for UNLV film students, prove that he's walking the talk. With the film bill on the table, promising generous tax breaks for studios operating in Southern Nevada until 2043, Wahlberg's Hollywood 2.0 is poised for a stunning debut. By creating an environment that fosters creativity, inclusivity, and genuine storytelling, he's daring to challenge the status quo and build an entertainment empire that leaves no room for discrimination, gatekeeping, or shady dealings.
And the lights of Hollywood could soon be coming and shining in Las Vegas as the Nevada legislature debates its largest tax break package ever to bring productions to town.
With Wahlberg's Hollywood 2.0 on the horizon, the industry may finally be forced to reckon with its demons. His mission to create a cleaner, more virtuous Hollywood that values integrity and inclusivity challenges the very foundations on which the entertainment empire was built. But here's the kicker. Wahlberg's decision to leave Hollywood comes just as shocking rumors have surfaced about Keanu Reeves being at risk. Keanu, who is notoriously private, has sparked concern with his emotional interviews and cryptic statements. What does he know? What is he running from? Keanu Reeves is one of those action actors who usually shines on the big screen. Who doesn't love action, especially when it's done right? Reeves has spent his entire cinematographic life dedicated to action movies, and perhaps what he is best known for is his work in the Matrix saga Ninja and the critically acclaimed John Wick film series. But do you know the man who made John Wick the master assassin that he is? Well, Joe Rogan let the cat out of the bag. The UFC commentator on his Joe Rogan Experience podcast sat down with Greg Fitzsimmons as he talked about the master who taught Keanu Reeves to be a master assassin. But who is the mystery man? Well, it's none other than 13x national championship winner Taron Butler. While talking about guns and gun ranges, Rogan revealed that Taron Butler was the one who taught Reeves all about shooting guns for the action franchise. He said he taught Keanu Reeves for all the John Wick movies. He taught Halle Berry when she was in John Wick. He teaches anytime like a celebrity needs to learn how to look like a real assassin. They go to that guy. Rogan further praised Butler for his expertise in the firearm. He said, he's a multiple-time champion, and those, when they do those, they have a course, and you run the course, and beep imitates beeper noise, like they time you. And that guy wins all those F things. He's a wizard. He's like revered for his prowess with the gun. Along with his fans, even people from the entertainment industry can't get enough of him and admire his personality. In Joe Rogan's podcast with Colion Noir, the duo shared mutual admiration for Keanu Reeves. Joe Rogan shared in the podcast that he is very impressed with the simplicity and calm demeanor of the whole truth actor. He shared that Reeves is adept at handling fame and wealth, which is offered to him in huge quantities. Rogan said that he had never let fame affect his mind and does not believe in the show-off of his wealth. Rogan shared in the podcast, that is how he handles being that famous. He is the Matrix guy that's over the top level of fame. He hit that Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise level of fame and then became a super chill, mellow guy who can go through a crowd. That guy sits on the subway by himself. There is no outward display of wealth from him. He is extremely wealthy. When you see him, he is dressed like me. He's got his regular watch on with sneakers. He is normal as F-man. He is real weird. He added that the actor has no attitude despite being one of the A-lister stars. Reeves has been spotted by several people on the local subways without any bodyguard or any protection. Rogan shared that people often don't believe their eyes when they see him in public and dismiss him. He said he had figured out a way to disappear in plain sight. Even if you talk to him, he is just normal. He added that the actor is very humble and compassionate as he showed a video of Keanu Reeves in Subway, where he offered his seat to a woman in a crowded subway. Keanu's ability to stay true to himself in an industry that's often seen as fake really speaks to his character. When you look closer at his career and the hurdles he's overcome, you don't just see a talented actor. You see a genuinely good guy trying to navigate an industry that sometimes values money over people. But here's the kicker. There's more to this than just a few powerful people not liking him. You'd think someone like Keanu, with his authenticity, would be a perfect fit for Hollywood. But oddly enough, that might be the problem. Maybe his realness is just too much for an industry that often favors a polished, packaged image. And yet, despite all this, Keanu keeps pushing forward, taking on challenging roles and entertaining millions of fans. So why is Hollywood turning its back on him now? That's the big question.
Bring peace and everything, but they haven't. And so what has that done to them?
A lot of pressure.
It's a
lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure, right?
And you've got your family now, but you're still trying to write the song because you got to save the world.
But the questions don't end there. Could Keanu's laid-back, down-to-earth vibe be shaking up the status quo in Hollywood? Maybe his realness is holding up a mirror to the industry's flaws, and some people just don't like what they see. What truly sets him apart, though, isn't just his ability to pack theaters. It's his character. In a world often driven by ego, Keanu shines with his modesty, kindness, and warmth. Fans don't just love him for the iconic roles he plays on screen. They admire him for who he is when the cameras aren't rolling.
But there's also the emotion, the world that's created. For me, it's not just the action, but it's also the story. And we do still see him, missing.
So it is all because of Keanu, because he talked about all the skeptical things going on in the Hollywood. Keanu Reeves indeed stands out in the world of celebrities for his unique approach to fame. While many public figures' lowest moments or controversies tend to garner the most attention, Keanu's enduring appeal comes from his remarkable down-to-earth and humble demeanor. His authenticity and genuine nature have earned him a dedicated and adoring fan base, but maybe he has failed to earn Hollywood elites' favor. He claims to have observed genuinely sinister deeds committed by these elites, which led him to defy their authority.
Start to think about in those ways and to think about impermanence, immortality.
Keanu Reeves stands apart from other celebrities due to his distinct approach to fame. While many public figures' controversies grab headlines, Keanu's enduring charm stems from his down-to-earth and humble demeanor. His authenticity has garnered him a devoted fan base, yet he may have fallen short in winning favor among Hollywood elites. Reeves asserts he's witnessed genuinely dark deeds among these elites, prompting him to challenge their influence. Hollywood has often been portrayed as a realm where humility and down-to-earth qualities are overlooked. The influential figures who hold sway tend to dismiss individuals' talents and instead aim to exert control or demand obedience. Keanu Reeves, too, has faced challenges within this system. Nevertheless, he has recently shed light on his experiences, revealing the pressures and attempts by powerful forces to influence his path in the industry. During one interview, he said, "No, but it's just the way it is. You can have positive and negative experiences, but what I like about studios are the resources and the worlds that they can create. Obviously, a lot of good filmmakers work on studio movies." In a widely viewed 2011 video, which has amassed an astounding 16 million views, an unfortunate incident occurred. A woman unintentionally backed her Mercedes SUV into Keanu Reeves' beloved 1973 Norton Commando 750 motorcycle while the actor happened to be inside a medical facility. The Beverly Hills police promptly arrived to document the incident, and Keanu engaged in a discussion with both the law enforcement officers and the woman involved. However, it's worth noting that some individuals have speculated whether this accident had more to it than meets the eye, suggesting the involvement of Hollywood elites. In a 2015 video, Keanu Reeves can be seen walking briskly through an airport, pausing to take photos with fans. Notably, he is traveling on a commercial flight and appears to have no bodyguards, even though his net worth at the time was estimated at $350 million. Once Joe Rogan talked about Keanu, and he said, "Funny thing, I'm giving total credit to Keanu, 100%. He started doing that, and I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm checking that I give the credit to Keanu? I mean, that's awesome." It may seem unusual that people applaud Keanu Reeves for displaying basic human decency, highlighting how Hollywood has significantly diminished our expectations of celebrities. Despite Keanu's remarkable achievements in Hollywood, there is a side of him that strongly rejects the allure and extravagance associated with Tinseltown. The reasons behind his sentiments are anything but lighthearted.
When you see him, he's dressed like me.
Yeah.
He's got like a regular watch on and sneakers. He's normal. It's real weird. And people freak out. They're like, is that? No, can't be.
Keanu's widely recognized reputation as a truly kind-hearted individual could easily overshadow the profound animosity he holds towards the unsettling and formidable aspects of the entertainment industry. Beneath his affable exterior lies a deeply ingrained resentment, stemming from his genuine disquiet with the industry's superficiality and manipulative tendencies. According to him, there was an independent element that first adopted digital, but when it got to Hollywood and the mainstream, every role had to be looked at. People lost their jobs. Industries have fallen because of this transition, but jobs are also being created. It is nature, and it can be brutal sometimes, and it can be beautiful. According to Keanu, the prevailing culture in Hollywood appears to prioritize power over ethics, prompting him to engage in a personal crusade against the darker facets of the entertainment world. The recent apprehension of Harvey Weinstein brought the shadowy underbelly of Hollywood's elite to the forefront, exposing the disconcerting truth of the industry. With numerous actors, directors, and producers facing allegations of misconduct, the industry's unpleasant realities were undeniably laid bare.
I'm more like on the ground playing in the mud, and he's like flying and jumping and outside of buildings and helicopters.
Keanu emphasized that the problem of exploiting young, aspiring women might not be the only issue plaguing Hollywood. He also drew attention to something even more disconcerting: the presence of sinister elements, such as individuals with unusual practices like blood drinking within the industry.
One thing I could say is that I share, as you spoke about, the passion for movies and for, we're lucky to be there, and we're just trying to have fun.
Recently, a website spun a wholly fabricated narrative involving actor Keanu Reeves, falsely asserting that he made a statement in Milan suggesting that Hollywood elites employ the blood of babies to get high. This concocted story gained significant traction on Facebook, amassing over 26,000 engagements. It was shared not only on the verified Your Newswire platform, but also on associated pages of The People's Voice. He said during an interview, "Yeah, digitally. I don't mind if someone takes a blink out during an edit. But early on in the early 2000s, or it might have been the 90s, I had a performance changed. They added a tear to my face and I was just like, huh? It was like, I don't even have to be here. During the production of The Devil's Advocate, Keanu Reeves made a remarkable choice that few actors would even contemplate. He willingly let go of something that most would fiercely hold on to, a substantial paycheck. The Devil's Advocate is a supernatural thriller that delves into the murky realms of success and temptation, centering around a young lawyer. As casting discussions progressed, not even the Oscar-winning Al Pacino, who was approached for the role of John Milton, could be swayed initially. He declined the offer 3 times, expressing reservations about the character's cliched nature.
No. I mean, you are at first, but you become a pretty bad guy.
Do I? Yes, I do.
So. Well, first of all, you're not very good to Charlize for starters.
Yes, I.
Pacino went on to suggest Robert Redford and Sean Connery as potential candidates for the role. Allegedly, Keanu agreed to a substantial reduction in his fee, amounting to millions of dollars, in order to help meet Al Pacino's salary demands. Once again, Keanu's selflessness proved to be beneficial for all parties involved, except for himself. The movie eventually raked in over $61 million in box office revenue, with Al Pacino's performance garnering significant praise as a standout highlight within the film.
But I mean, but I don't know. Didn't you remember that scene where Al Pacino is talking, and I'm in his apartment, and he's saying
it wasn't an isolated incident where he sacrificed a portion of his earnings. About 3 years later, Keanu Reeves reportedly agreed to a significant 90% reduction in his salary to co-star alongside Gene Hackman in The Replacements. However, public opinion about Keanu's talent was divided, with some considering him as mediocre. Nevertheless, his performance in Bram Stoker's Dracula, an acclaimed gothic horror film where he portrayed Jonathan Harker, proved to be both artistically and financially triumphant. Even the film's director said, "We knew that it was tough for him to affect an English accent. He tried so hard." That was the problem, actually. He wanted to do it perfectly, and in trying to do it perfectly, it came off as stilted. I tried to get him to just relax with it and not do it so fastidiously. So maybe I wasn't as critical of him, but that's because I like him personally so much. To this day, he's a prince in my eyes. Despite all the pain he's faced, Keanu chose to keep moving forward, not for fame or fortune, but by staying true to himself. He's shown incredible resilience, kindness, and dignity, even while dealing with personal loss. And yet, it's confusing why someone with such a humble, generous, and down-to-earth reputation would be targeted. Hollywood, as we know, often values control and power over authenticity, and Keanu's refusal to play by those rules sets him apart. But here's where things get even stranger. In his book, Matthew Perry made a shocking and cruel remark, questioning why Keanu was still around while talented actors like River Phoenix and Heath Ledger had passed away. Fans were outraged and flooded the internet with support for Keanu, forcing Perry to apologize. "I apologize. I should have used my own name instead," he added in the statement. Still, it left people wondering, why target Keanu at all? Perry's comment isn't the first time he's faced criticism, and it seems Keanu's been dealing with hidden resentment from parts of the industry for a long time. In fact, some fans have been claiming that this negative energy from the industry might be one of the reasons why Keanu has been thinking about death lately.
I'm 59, so I'm thinking about death all the time.
Still very young.
I'm young old. I mean, I think thinking about death is good.
For context, Keanu Reeves is promoting his latest book, The Book of Elsewhere, which follows an immortal warrior on a mission to unalive himself. Now, this has left many people wondering why, of all the subjects the Matrix actor could write about, he chose to broach the topic of being unalive. He has had things going for him lately, considering the massive success that his John Wick character has chalked globally. He's received nominations in several award categories and bagged a few of them. He's well-liked both across the US and the globe, and some of his co-stars have nothing but praise for him during their shoot. His music band, Dogstar, isn't doing badly either, releasing the third studio album a few years ago to critical acclaim. They've toured the States and hosted a few jam sessions over the past years, and things are going great for them. So it baffled all and sundry that someone who had everything going for him would still be thinking about leaving the earth. Well, it appears the 59-year-old has been thinking about the topic, given what he's been battling in Hollywood. You see, in a 2019 interview, Keanu revealed that Fox Studios blacklisted him after he turned down Speed 2, a sequel that ended up being widely criticized. But that wasn't even the worst of it. This moment, along with others, shows just how tough it can be to stay true to yourself in Hollywood's tricky landscape.
Keanu Reeves has said yes to some of the biggest roles of all time, but he's also said no to some junk, and because of that, he was actually blacklisted by Hollywood.
Being the thoughtful and honest person he is, Keanu didn't want to be part of something he didn't believe in. Instead of respecting his choice, Fox cut ties with him. While Sandra Bullock agreed to return, Keanu saw the disaster ahead. And he was right. Speed 2 flopped. Even though he dodged a bullet, Fox held a grudge, keeping him out of their projects for over a decade. Keanu's refusal to play by Hollywood's rules didn't end there. He's always been firm about not allowing fake videos or deep fakes of himself in his contracts. While Hollywood loves its tech innovations, Keanu sees the dangers. He's cool with some computer effects here and there, but when they start replacing the heart of what an actor brings to the table, that's where he draws the line. Through it all, Keanu stays true to his beliefs, no matter how big his fame gets.
He and his AI model were able to create some pretty convincing deepfakes. I watched as the AI transformed me first into Keanu Reeves and then Jackie Chan.
Keanu once shared a story from early in his career, when a tear was digitally added to his face in a scene where he hadn't actually cried. That moment completely changed how he viewed acting and special effects. From then on, he became determined not to be part of a future where technology steals the authenticity of real, honest performances. But his firm stance against fake videos and CGI didn't sit well with Hollywood big shots. They saw his resistance as a challenge to their control. And it's not just about standing up for himself. Keanu's fighting for every actor who could one day be replaced by a computer-generated version of themselves. It's a bold stand, and it's only pushed him further away from Hollywood's inner circle. In any case, Mark Wahlberg and Keanu Reeves might not be openly discussing it, but it's clear they've seen the darker side of Hollywood. In recent years, revelations about exploitation and mental health struggles have rocked the entertainment industry. It's not just the pressures of fame, it's the toxicity of the environment that can consume even the most grounded stars. For Mark, leaving Hollywood was about protecting his family from that toxicity. But for Keanu, it's been a lifelong battle. He's seen firsthand how the industry can destroy lives, and his decision to remain humble, grounded, and distant from the celebrity scene speaks volumes. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.